This is where one of the most difficult moments of the way of the cross took place, the crucifixion of Jesus, which happened right here behind me. It's a very ornate chapel, which is typical to the Eastern churches that typically has beautiful hanging lamps and icons. Station number 12, which has so much meaning, belongs to the Greek Orthodox Church. We can see a sculpture of Jesus on the cross, the crown of thorns that was mentioned in the Gospels of Matthew and John is placed on the head during the events leading up to the crucifixion to mock his claim of authority. The Romans customarily stated the reason for every crucifixion, and we can see the sign written in acronymus above Jesus' head that says in 3 languages, Greek, Latin, and Hebrew, Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. It was another way to mock Jesus when he was on the cross. On his left, we can see Mary, his mother, and on his right, we can see the beloved disciple. The beloved disciple is mentioned 5 times and only in the Gospel of John, but his name isn't mentioned. Some scholars believe that the disciple whom Jesus loved is Thomas. Others believe that it's James, but most people think we're talking about John. However, there are scholars who are more daring and they claim that Mary Magdalene is the beloved disciple, and therefore, in Christian art, occasionally John is styled with a slightly feminine element, as we can see right here in this sculpture. The most important part of this chapel is behind the glass. On the right and left of the altar, you can see the bedrock itself, the original rock of Golgotha, the place of many skulls. Folks, this is the original limestone and the only physical element from the time of Jesus in this chapel. Remember, the chapel was built on top of the rock. The rock has been kept here from the Byzantine period, and the glass is here in order to protect it. Usually, we can see a line of pilgrims here. They all come here from all over the world to make a prayer with their Lord in the place where he was crucified, and he crucified himself for them. When they kneel under the altar, they shove their hand through a small hole that leads their hand to the original Golgotha rock. What most pilgrims don't know is that sadly the rock was covered with a piece of concrete, since the pilgrims over the years have tried to steal holy relics of the chapel and pieces of rock. So the chapel keepers had to preserve the original stone itself. Here, I imagine Jesus dying on the cross, calling, my God, why did you forsake me?" Jesus is facing God now. He is part of the Holy Trinity. He is the Son of God. He has the divine presence.
To continue the journey, the full online course is now available for free for limited time, and you can also gift it to someone meaningful. Click the link in the description or the first comment to join.